Happy Sunday morning, I'm Ashley Moore, and welcome into the Prep Rally. Outside of our game of the week was probably the biggest and baddest matchup in the region, a top 5A showdown, with both teams headed into Friday 5-0. But in this game of football that we love so much, someone has to fall. So without further ado, it's the Battle of Highlands Ranch. The number 2 ranked Mountain Vista Golden Eagles taking on the 4th ranked Valor Christian Eagles in a matchup Vista has never won in school history. And first up, it's Vista ball. QB Austin Majeski fakes the handoff and keeps it himself for the first score of the night, and look how hype he is, even showing the kids some love. Then it's Majeski again, showing off the arm he is known for as Sean Conway snatches it out of the air and ain't nobody catching him. A play like that brings my country out, as if it was ever hidden. But how will Valor respond? QB Dawson Oak looking downfield and watch the spin right into the hands of Mr. Reliable Cash Spence, who is also cash money in the end zone. But back to one of the best QBs this region has ever seen. Majeski flush out of the pocket, sips one over to Jack Blaze, and when you hear that name, bring out the extinguisher because he is blazing hot, turning on the burners, and watch the look back as he cruises in the end zone for another score. But to the exclamation point, which yes came in the first half, Majeski to Conway as Vista becomes the first ever Highlands Ranch school to beat Valor. And the beatdown is what it was, 62-21.
I mean, they really didn't think much of us, at least not their Instagram. I'm sure a lot of the players on the team are really cool. I'm friends with most of them. They're really good guys and all that. They was talking a lot on Instagram, though, so talking about how we can't win a competitive game and all that. So we just kind of took it and fueled us. So
it puts us in a step in the right direction. I mean, all we have to do now is win our next game. Thunderbridge is next week. This game's over with. We're going to enjoy it. But then Monday comes the time to work. The next most important game's the next one. We don't care about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. State's the goal. We know what we have to do to get there.
Listen, both Austin Majeski and Carter Daniels personally told me that this was Vista's year, and I'm starting to believe them. Listen to this stat. Vista has won their first 6 games by a margin of 332 points scored for and only 45 points scored against. Absolutely wild. Well, moving on, the Broomfield Eagles lost our game of the week to Erie last Friday, but it's all about how you bounce back, and a trick play is that as Maverick Scarpella comes down with a tutty over Longmont. Later on, the ground game would get going as Colin Torres takes the handoff and heads downhill with the full head of steam. And once he gets through his blockers, that's it. But I want to see some defense with Longmont backed up inside their own 15. Quarterback takes a snap and sends it straight to the hands of C.T. Worley for the pick 6. And for those that remember, he was the QB last year as Broomfield puts the stomping on him, 59-0. All right, so Brush taking on Arvada when it's Brush handoff to Axon Haswell. He gets out left with his blockers in front, but watch the stiffy, and then the reach over the pylon for a beat digger touchdown. Second quarter, Arvada with the pass, but it's picked off by Eric Rico, and there is no one in front of him to stop the pick 6. Nice defensive tutty. Later on in the third, beat digger ball again, and it's Haswell again, this time outright, and watch the footwork getting it done. Weaving in and out, but back to the sideline for the Brush score as the beat diggers handle business, beating Arvada 46-12. And now to a play sent over by Playmakers Corner, Horizon kicking it off to Fort Collins. And when you see a kickoff in the Prep Rally, you already know it's bad news for somebody. Fort Collins, Levi Hermson fields it at the 1-yard line, and goodness gracious, turns on the Jets. Somebody please put him in the 100-meter dash because I definitely pay to watch this smoke show. All right, so a top 10 matchup in flag football, the Douglas County Huskies taking on the Thunder Ridge Grizzlies. First quarter, Huskies and Wildcat. Jalen Cabral, makes one miss. And look at the air on this ball. Cooper Roden on the receiving end and off to the races as she passes the goal line just when her flag is pulled. 6-zip Huskies. Next Huskies possession is Cabral again, this time throwing crossfield to Riley Covert with the hands and out for the 6. First play of the second quarter, Huskies knocking Cabral once again, and watch the footwork as she takes it herself around the edge for her second tutty of the day. Douglas County knocks off Thunder Ridge 34-12. Well, we are more than halfway through the fall sports season, and how many teams can say they're undefeated? Please cue the crickets. Well, over on the softball field, the Broomfield Eagles are just games away from completing an undefeated regular season, and the girls are having so much fun while doing so.
I think this is top to bottom the most talented team I think Broomfield's had in a number of years.
2 whole months into the softball season, and the Broomfield Eagles haven't lost a single game.
Other teams are definitely gunning for us now that we are undefeated in 19 games. But I think we just need to stay focused and keep working hard in practice because our coaches really make us work hard, so practices are harder than games. And so these games are just light work.
A big test came against the Frederick Golden Eagles, scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the first until a pitching change where junior Ireland Hare didn't allow a single extra run.
I think from the first inning, once I seen them scoring runs, I mentally was prepared to go in. So I was just kind of focused and thinking what's not working and what is working and just using that to my advantage.
Meanwhile, in the dugout was a party.
I mean, we always try to stay hype, kind of get in the pitcher's head sometimes, because that'll happen when we're cheering really loud.
As far as the season goes, Broomfield is just games away from an undefeated regular season, but their eyes are on the prize.
I really think that we could win a state championship if we keep working hard and just keep pushing towards going undefeated. So I think we can really do it.
Jump on it on 3, 1, 2, 3, jump on it!
Well, it's that time again to announce this week's Honor Roll winner. Every week we ask you at home to vote for your favorite top play, and this week that was a team win for Sheridan High School, who picked up their first win Friday night in 5 seasons. A viewer sent this video over because she wanted to show the pride of the school, and the viewers at home apparently loved it too, so congrats to Sheridan. But reminder, we can't be everywhere, so if you're ever out at a game and see something you'd like featured on the Prep Rally, just send it over. That's all, folks. I'm Ashley Moore, and we'll see you next time right here on the 9 News Prep Rally.